Hey y'all, it's Akila, and y'all know I'm y'all favorite host of the late night tea with the underground queen. And I'm over here packing to move. And since I'm over here packing to move, I thought the best topic to talk about was moving on. And we're going to talk about multiple topics of moving on because it's one of my favorite topics to talk about. And one of the main things I want to talk about is just moving on in general. Like, I struggle with moving on. I have a problem with moving on from relationships with partners, moving on from relationships with friends, and especially moving on from family. Like, family is a hard one for me. Like, baby, I got attachment issues. We just gonna call a spade, okay? So let's start with family. So I'm real family oriented, right? Like, I will literally catch a body for my family and do whatever the fuck I need to do to make sure that my family is good. But I also grew up separated from my family at a point in time. Like, homegirl was a foster kid for a point in time. Like, like, I was from here, from there, to here, to there, in Indiana and Georgia and Vegas. Like, your homegirl was national bound, you feel me? And it's like, I don't know, like, I've been hurt a lot and I've been disappointed a lot by my mom, by my dad, by my brother, by cousins. And I'm sure that I've done a lot of hurting and disappointing, especially with my mom. Rest in peace to her. And, like, no family's perfect. You can't pick your family, and I wouldn't replace my family either. And it's just like, when it comes to the love, trust, and bond, when it comes to family, I feel like mine is tested the waters just like anybody else's family, like. And as of recently, I've lost my mom and my stepdad. You'll hear me talk about that a lot because that's something I'm working my way through. And I don't have a relationship with my biological dad at all. It's fuck my mama's baby daddy. You feel me? And me and my brother, I only have one brother, and we're not close at all. This little bitch got a restraining order on me because he got into it with me and he lost. We just gonna leave it at that, okay? Like, but it's like, even with me butting heads with my family and us going through the ups and downs, I have still never been the type to hold grudges. It's just like, family is what family does, like, it is what it is. Like, brush your shoulders off, everything will be okay. And I am now at a point in life where I am 28 years old. Like, I own a business. I am starting to want to and have to explore life. Not even wanting to have to, but wanting and needing to explore life, because I spent most of my life being a parent to my mom, being a parent to my brother, being a parent to my friends, and I don't know what my life is about. Like, I don't know who I am outside of other people and taking care of other people and chasing other people down to make sure they're okay. And it's like, it's time for me to move on. And when I think of moving on, my chest gets tight, y'all. Like, my little heart, it'd be like, bitch, what are you talking about? You feel me? And it's like, when I think of moving on, it's equated to abandoning people, or abandoning my life, or leaving. Let me start saying leaving, because when I try to say abandoning, apparently I can't say it because it's just not a part of my vernacular, as you can see. And it's just like, I'm not the type to quit or give up on people, and I don't know why, but that's just how my brain tries to put it together. And I know it's okay to move on and to grow and to be who you want to be in life, but it's just like, I feel like because I, at a certain point, have been left behind, I've never wanted to be the leaver. I've never wanted to be the one to say, this isn't good for me no more. It's time to move on. Or this is hurting me. It's time to move on. Or this has served this purpose. It's time for me to move on. Or I have served my purpose. It's time for me to move on. So I feel like God, or whatever being is above, is now giving me these tests like, hey, here's the new position at your job. Are you going to take it and move on? from where you are, or are you going to stay there because you're scared? Hey, here is somebody that you can date and get to know. Are you going to take this opportunity and move on from what you know, dating wise, or are you going to stick to what you know and be miserable? Hey, here's some new friends. You said that you wanted to expand your network and be around people who are interested in what you're interested in. Here they are. Are you going to give them a chance and move on and expand, or are you going to stick to just the two people you know and not know what else can be offered to you friendship wise? And it's like, I know that it's time for me to move on. And I just feel like I got to stop penalizing myself and punishing myself for wanting to explore who I am and who I'm meant to be, or who I shouldn't have been. What do y'all think about that podcast? Because what do y'all feel about moving on? Like, how do y'all move on? Like, do y'all treat it like moving out of a house where you just like clean and pack everything up and get rid of what's not needed and take what is and move on? Or do y'all get jittery? Do y'all get nervous? Like, cause me, I'm an overthinker, y'all. I'm a Virgo. Like, I have to think of the ups and the downs and the pros and the cons and the lefts and the rights and the, like, and if I don't think about it, then I feel like I'm being irresponsible. And what's y'all's zodiac signs, by the way? Like, off topic, like, because it's Team Virgo over here, August or September. It ain't no better, one side is better than the next. A Virgo is a Virgo. Praise break. Hallelujah. We Virgos, we doing it. We know. I don't know. I feel like I got to stop being so pessimistic about life and stop being so hard on myself for being blessed enough to have the option to move on. Like, I feel like my life has been so open to more, and I have been so defensive about being open to more, because it's just like, why me? Why me and why now? Like, life has already been like this for so long. Why make the change now? And it's just like, why am I cock blocking myself? I'll sit there and cheer on everybody from a stranger down to my best friend about being grateful for what's better for them and doing what's better for them and jumping at every opportunity. And then here I am, oh, why should I do this? And what if this and what if that? Like, what the fuck is wrong with me, y'all? Like, this is why I'm in therapy. I be self-sabotaging. Don't be a me, y'all. Move on. It's okay to move on. You can never see what's ahead if you don't move on. And I'm talking to myself too, because I could be a hypocrite. Don't speak fear into your plans because you're scared to move forward. You will never see the best version of yourself if you let the current version of yourself block you for what you think is great. Because it indeed gets greater later. You have to trust yourself enough to know that whatever you think you can handle in the moment is going to develop into something bigger tomorrow. And I'm not saying this because I've done it and it's always worked, because it hasn't always worked. I've failed plenty of times, but I've also succeeded more than I've failed, and I have ran to the now than ran away from the denial. And it's just like, I had to remind myself of that, because if I had ran away from the rejections more than I walked towards the acceptances, I wouldn't be where I am today. Like, I have not always been accepted in every door, and I've never always been able to walk into every room, and that's okay. Like, every rejection isn't a bad thing. Sometimes that's protecting us from things that we never knew that was bad for us, like, and it's just like, I have to give myself these daily talks, and I feel like I'm just gonna have to start sharing them with y'all, because we might be in the same boat, you feel me? Like, but it's like, I feel like if I could walk away from these jobs when they got me fucked up, I can walk away from family members who have me fucked up. And I'm learning how to walk away from, like, friends who have me fucked up. Like, I love my friends, so that's a little bit hard. Like, I'm working on that. And I just started walking away from niggas who had me fucked up last year. You know, like, leaving where they had me fucked up at. I'm standing on business, y'all. I'm working on it. Like, 2025 is my stand on business year. Like, I'm standing on me. Like, and I hope y'all stand on y'all. Like, at the end of the day, I just feel like we gotta go above and beyond so we can see where the horizon is. Like, 2024 was crazy. Shit, fuck 2024. 2020 through 2024. These past 4 to 5 years have been so crazy. And I feel like we ain't never gonna heal from it if we don't stand the fuck up. It's time. Like, if not now, then when? Y'all feel me? So we are moving out of the bullshit and we are moving on. Can I get an amen, y'all? But no, this is where I'm gonna have to wrap it up because I gotta pack it up. You feel me? And we'll talk more next week. I love y'all cousins and thank y'all for catching this tea with me. Good night.